Mexican Lee's therapy, wrenching in the garage. Wet paint dripping smooth, call it a mirage. Gold teeth popping, boots scratch the pavement. Hood legend status, I'm Texas entertainment. Low for life, rolling deep on chrome spokes. Swinging wide in Texas, watch all the hits provoke. AC blowing clean, sunroof doing its thing. Saginaw born king with that southern swing. Props to the engine humming strong under the hood. Fresh like tortilla, smell of grease in the wood. Interior.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mexican Lee back with another video. Hey man, sorry I haven't been out here as much. I have some issues going on with my back that I've never felt before with the first surgery and even after the second surgery. Not sure what it is. It feels as if I'm popping my knuckles, but constantly in that lower region of my back area where I had the surgery done. 2-level fusion. They took 2 discs out, had to get the bone fused. According to my surgeon, that was done back in February of 2024, so a little over a year. According to my surgeon, he's saying that, I hope y'all can hear me over the fan, I'm sorry, but it's hot out here. Beautiful Sunday. Man, real quick, hit that subscribe button for your boy, man. Like, comment, share the videos. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. This past week was my birthday. My little sister came in town. We had a great time. Wasn't feeling that well, but I made the best of it. Made sure her and her husband had a great time. But we're back to the grind, man. It's later in the afternoon Sunday. They left early this morning, got on an airplane and went back home, back to Michigan. So yeah, man, back to what I was saying. As far as the back issues I'm having, I have an appointment Tuesday morning. I went and saw my surgeon last week, so I have an appointment Tuesday morning to get 2 MRIs done, one with contrast, one without. Also getting a CT scan. There's something going on in my back. He's thinking that a couple screws came loose. I don't know how. Could be their fault, could be mine. I don't know. But he did say the bone was fully fused and healed. So I don't know what's going on, man. It is very painful. I just put on a smile, man, and I keep pushing. And I'm not gonna say some days are better than others. Ever since this has happened a few weeks ago, I don't even know when it happened. Like I said, I didn't do anything strenuous. I don't know. But ever since then, man, I've just been in some major pain constantly. It's not here and there. It's not anything to do with the nerves. It's something to do with that. Whatever that noise is going on in my back, it's I believe that's what's causing it. Because like I said, man, I haven't felt this level of pain in a while. Yes, they did do the nerve endings, the cauterization of the nerve endings, nerve ablation, whatever it's called. That I'm still healing back from a little, but it's something else going on inside there, man. When I move a certain way or move my hips, you can hear like knuckles popping all the way from the lower part of my tailbone all the way up to the mid part of my back. And it also kind of sounds like metal grinding on metal. It's a weird ass noise and a weird feeling. But just pray for your boy, man. So, put some prayers up in the air for me, man. I appreciate it. But anyways, my son just walked in the house, grabbed us a couple bottles of water. He helped me get the car on jack stands. We're gonna work on the Grand Prix a little bit. Ghost, I'm pretty much done with him. I had a little small issue with the sunroof, came out of adjustment. We got that situated last week. I think that's it, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and change out the steering column. I hit up Mike's Monty's. I got a different steering column coming. I just don't want to open this thing up anymore. I may keep it for a backup for emergencies, but they already have one that's totally rebuilt. So we're just gonna go with that one, man. I'm tired of having to pull this thing apart and just deal with it. Trying to find what's wrong with it, and I can't figure it out. So I got a whole another one coming. But as far as the Grand Prix, we're going to get this engine out. I was going to try to get it running inside the car, put a fuel pump on it, get some good fuel in it. But I think the best way of attacking this car is just yanking the motor and trans out, and none of it is hooked up. I just looked at the cross member. The bolt's not there on the transmission to hook that up, to fasten it down to the cross member. The motor mount bolts aren't in it. Transmission lines aren't hooked up. Nothing's hooked up. So I'm surprised. No, fuel lines ain't even hooked up. It don't even have a fuel pump on it. So I don't know what this guy was thinking. To me, it looks like somebody may have had a LS motor in the car. I'm not really sure, but maybe they took the exhaust off of a different car. I don't know, but there is an X pipe on the exhaust. It does have Flowmaster exhaust mufflers that are pretty decently new. What else? The brakes don't look bad. They just look like they're pretty like rusty just from it sitting. I wish I knew of a shop around here. They say O'Reilly's doesn't do it anymore. I don't know about AutoZone, but they don't turn these rotors anymore. You just have to buy new ones. So I am gonna look around, see if I can find a shop that can turn them for me, because they look really nice. They just have surface rust on them. So I'd like to try to save money there. This car is not gonna be like a full-blown rebuild. I would just love to get it up and running, driving, registered, and maybe keep it as a backup car, or for even the kids, have a backup car, or fix it up nice, super clean, and flip it. I don't know yet. So that's still kind of up in the air. I do need to get back on Lucky 2 times, man. With this back issue, I just can't. I can't at this moment. I need to see what's going on with me. But let's get this camera switched around real quick. I don't want to do too much talking. Just kind of wanted to give y'all a real quick rundown update on what's gonna start happening with the car. So, like I said, it doesn't have, I'm gonna turn this fan around a little bit because I'm getting pretty shiny. Motor mount bolts aren't hooked up. Let me get a flashlight so y'all can see. Doesn't have a fuel pump. It looks like it hasn't had one on there in a while. Motor mount bolts are missing. Those aren't there. Nothing's hooked up on the car. So I'm not sure what's what as far as the motor. Now, I did hook up the battery. I did spin it to see if it was locked up or knocking. None of the gauges are hooked up, so I don't know if it has oil pressure. But I did shoot some ether in it and fired it up, and it sounded perfect. It sounded great. So I don't know I don't have any kind of detail on what's going on with this motor. The thing I do like about it is it has all the brackets that I'll need. Power steering's here. It's even got some of the bracketry for the AC. I wish I would have had the top bracket, but I'm pretty sure I can find those on eBay or something. The steering box doesn't look super dirty and old, so I don't know if that's been replaced at any time by anybody. I did notice that there's one or two transmission coolers in here, maybe even an oil cooler and a transmission cooler. So eventually I'll pull this cover off here, see what's going on the other side. We'll pull out the condenser. I'm gonna trash that. If I do decide to put AC back on this car, I'll put all that stuff new, just like I did Ghost in the Regal. But as you can see down there, there's no oil, there's no motor mount bolt in it. Motor mounts look new, but there's no bolt in it. See right there. So this thing wasn't even hooked up. The exhaust wasn't hooked up. Somebody just dropped this motor in this car and sold it to the guy I got it from. But man, it doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look bad. I think I can save it. Like I told you, I just pulled the car in the shop. I didn't do anything else to it. But now I think we're gonna go ahead and get into it and try to get it running and see if we can save it. So when I ran the numbers off of the block, I always go here to search for the number if it's an older motor. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's numbers stamped right there. And I decoded all those numbers on there, and the engine is from a late 70s Chevy 4x4. I believe. I can't remember if it was a 4x4 or just a regular K10 or C10. I can't remember. I got the information written down somewhere, but it is a 350 block. So I would love to get it up and running. I do have a fuel pump. What else do I have for it? Like I said, she fired up. The wires look like they're decently new. The cap, I haven't looked at any of that. The cap and rotor. Spark plugs don't look too old. I take that back. Yes, they do. The R45 TSs. So those look pretty old, pretty rusty. So like I said, I don't know anything about the engine, but I do know it's not seized up, and it didn't sound like it was knocking. So we're gonna go ahead and yank this thing out along with the transmission. I can't tell if it was a metric transmission or the turbo 350, or it might even be a power glide. I don't know. I got to get this thing out of here and see what's what. I did get underneath the car to just quick look at it, and like I told y'all before in the previous video, there is a, I don't know what brand cross member, but it is aftermarket, made for dual exhaust, and it is, the transmission fits on it, but it's not bolted up. They didn't even put a nut on the transmission to hold it in place. And as far as, sorry about the light back here, as far as the exhaust, see there's a O2 sensor in there, and X pipe, really nice, almost like kind of new Flowmaster mufflers. So I don't know exactly what's been done to this thing. I did just pull out the drive shaft, and again, man, I'm still looking. I haven't decided if I'm going to pull all this chrome trim off the car, but I am looking for this bottom piece for the door, and this one I may be able to save, but it looks like they had a flat tire and it pushed up on the fender, so that's why this popped off. So I think this I can save. But man, if anybody out there has you know, any idea where I can get this trim piece for, I don't know if a Cutlass or a Regal will fit. I know a Monte Carlo won't fit, but I don't know about the Regal or the Cutlass. But if anybody knows, it's 86 Grand Prix. I would love to find this piece. No, I'm not going to pay $250 for it on eBay, or even $200. I've seen them on there for going for that price for just one. I do have a guy that I got a lot of the parts from for Ghost. He has a whole kit. He'll sell me for $350, but I don't need the whole kit. I mean, I guess if worse comes to worse and I really just feel like I have to have that chrome, yes, I'll buy them all. But at this moment, at this point in time, I don't want to. I'm not trying to put that kind of money into this car yet. So if anybody's got a tab on anything for this Grand Prix, let me know for that trim. But like I say, man, everything else looks like it's been untouched. Looks really decent. Of course, if I do put the motor back in the car and get it up and running, I will take the AC box out and rebuild it, you know, with all new AC parts, the heater core, all that, because I'm not going to go through doing this work with the motor and then drop it back in and then later on have an issue with the heater core, or may want to add AC, then I got to rip everything back out. I'll do that now. So I didn't have much money into Ghost or the Regal when I rebuilt the AC system, so we'll do it again. That wasn't a big issue. It wasn't a big deal for me. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put the front wheels back on them. We're going to get it back on the ground and yank this motor out. I think it's going to be super easy. I got to get my neighbor and my son to come out here and get this hood off for me, and then and I got to make sure I put it somewhere out of the way, but in a safe area to where it doesn't get damaged or beat up, because this thing is in super nice, clean condition, man. I can't believe how clean this car is. So yeah, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. Let me get this engine out real quick, and then we'll cut you back on here in a little bit. All right, YouTube, we're back. So the neighbor came over. My son was out here, and they were able to get the engine out for me. So man, this thing, I can't believe somebody would drop this right back in the car without even trying to clean it up, let alone not hooking all the shit up to it. But it's out. So it is an older style, it's late 70s GM engine. Doesn't look like they changed anything on it. So it still has the factory brackets, still has the old school choke system on it. Man, this thing looks pretty decent though. From the outside, it's just dirty as hell. So now that it's out, to me, I'm not sure what, I believe this transmission, from all my years of working on them, I haven't done a 350 turbo in years, but I believe it's a 350 turbo trans from looking at the pan and the modulator right here on the side. Oops, my bad, I'm sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera, seeing what I'm recording. I'm over here, way up here and shit. But it looks like a long tail 350 turbo. So I remember from back in the day, they had the old modulator on them, vacuum modulator for the shifting of the gears. And then, of course, the corner cut off on the transmission pan. So I will be cleaning this up, degreasing it. I'll put the distributor back in it with a new seal. That way I could degrease this thing really good, wash it off. I think I might have to put the fuel pump back on it so I don't get water inside the block. I didn't really pay attention to that when I first power washed the engine compartment of the car. But it shouldn't hurt anything, because we're going to pull the oil pan off. I'm going to look at all the bearings. I mean, not necessarily take them apart and look at them. I'm going to just see if any of them are like super loose or wobbly, anything like that. And see if it's a 4-bolt main. So just need to plug this off right here. So I'll probably go ahead and put the fuel pump on it just to seal it up. Looks like they had put a newer starter on it. So I mean, I think it's savable, man. I really do. I'll try to find the paper that I wrote down, the codes for the numbers off of the engine block. Maybe I'll post that in the thumbnail or something. I want to get the valve covers off, check out the drivetrain, pull the pulley, the main harmonic balancer off, pull the timing chain cover off, check out the timing chain. I'm gonna check all that shit out. And if I could do like I did the SS, I'll put a new oil pump underneath it. As long as I don't see no big metal shavings inside the oil pan, I'll put a new timing chain gearing set on it. I may put a cam in it, depending on what's going on with it. And I may change this intake out and put a different intake on it, a little bit more updated. Maybe another Rochester or Edelbrock, something simple, maybe a Holly. I'll see what I can find cheap, because I'm not trying to put a bunch of money into this thing, but I do want it to be, I'm not trying to put all types of aftermarket shit on it. I want it to still be half-ass decent to put back together and have it running with no major issues. So I think we're gonna call it, man. We got the engine out. Like I said, we'll just degrease it real good and put it on the engine stand, get the transmission on the engine stand, pull the transmission pan off, check it, and we'll go from there, man. So that's gonna be it for Mexican Lease Therapy Garage today, man. My back is really, really sore. Like I said, I got my appointment tomorrow morning for my MRIs. I got 2 of those, and then the CT scan. So I don't know, man. Just pray for your boy. But that's it. We're gonna call it a day. It's a pretty decent day, man. I had to get out the house. I didn't hardly do shit myself, but man, it's hard to sit, it's hard to sleep, it's hard to sit down, it's hard to take a crap. I mean, it's rough. It's rough for your boy, man. But like I say, man, just keep me in your prayers. But that's about it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. That way you get notified every time I drop a video. If it is something wrong with my back, I'll give you guys an update and let you know what's going on, man. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Tap into my channel, that's where you wanna be. 87 Monte Carlo West has name girls. I bet when I punch the gas, all you see is white smoke. And you know we do it big Texas, so we going 100 spokes like we on West Coast. Mexican League Garage Therapy, come get with me, come get with me.